Welcome everyone to another edition of Uncle Bobby's Cybertronian Corner. Let's get this out of the way first. Hey, how about you give me a like, subscribe if you haven't, drop a comment in the comment box if you'd like to. I'd like to tell everybody that I finally got my court date. Yay me. Your Aunt Jen is doing great. She's back to her old self. Double thumbs up on that one. Joshy, go Marines. Stay safe, bud. And what else is going on right now? Oh yeah, Missy and Tony and the kids are on vacation, so I hope they're enjoying that. Now that you're all caught up, let's get to the box, shall we? And today we have Trailbreaker, Wheelie, Orion, Beachcomber, Sqweeks, and Siege Soundwave. Now I know I had a Soundwave and I did a Soundwave, but I only gave a short history on it on purpose because I knew I was going to replace it. Because that was a Walmart exclusive and I gave that to my nephew. Or not Walmart, I'm sorry, Walgreens. Walgreens, not Walmart. So, we're gonna flip a coin. Heads red, tails black. That would be heads, so that's a red. That's number 5. That's Sqweeks. We be doing the last night Bayverse. I know. I said I won't buy Bayverse. Bayverse stupid. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, well, guess what? Sqweeks is just so darn cute. I couldn't help it. So I had to get it. So we're going to put Trailbreaker back up her. We're going to put Beachcomber back up her. And we're going to take Wheelie and Orion. And Orion goes up here. Wheelie goes over here. Then we're going to take Shockwave and his costume like he's going to a masquerade ball as Prince Guru from Mortal Kombat. We'll put all that over there. We're going to pull out Sqweeks. Sqweeks does not have a long history. In fact, he has a very short history. He's from the last night. His name is Sqweeks. And he's cute as hell. Look at that. You look at him. Look at him. Because he's so cute. And he comes with his own little repair bay because he's a medic. And unfortunately, the reason he looks lopsided is because during the first scene of the movie he was in, he lost this arm. Now, it does come with this arm, and this arm's easily detachable. It does come with the regular arm, but I just like this arm on him because it's like, hi, I am Robot Arnold Schwarzenegger. Look, I'm Robot Arnold Schwarzenegger, not the Governor. Okay, so, one of his arms got blown off, so he took that. Now, the research that I did says that this is Laserbeak's arm. When he was going through and grabbed an arm to replace the one that got blown off, it happened to be Laserbeak's arm, which is why it can turn into this. A gun with guns on it. And I'm surprised half of these don't articulate. Now, in the movie, he doesn't have this little repair bay, or at least I didn't see it. But it's adorable, too. It folds up into a little trailer. Sqweeks is a medic. And he got his arm blown off. Yeah, I said that already. And he was best friends with the little girl of the movie. I don't remember her name, and like a dude, I didn't write it down. I should have done that. Oh well. Yeah, and he pretty much lasted throughout the movie. He didn't die. He actually survived. And he was there to help, patch up the Autobots because Ratchet got annihilated. A lot of the Transformers got annihilated. I did not like the Bayverse movies. However, I love Sqweeks. So I had to get him, plus I am getting the Bayverse Insect and the Bayverse Optimus, and now I'm getting Mirage, but I'm getting Mirage from Rise of the Beast. Because I want, what's his name, Noah? I think his name is Noah. I might be wrong. But so I am going to be getting a few Bayverse characters. But the first one I bought, not got in a pack because I was looking for other stuff. Those I gave away to my nephew. Really didn't like them. Including the one I bought from a friend. The only Decepticon Bayverse I want is Megatron as a truck. I love him as a truck. And the Insecticon. I really don't like the Dreadnoughts. I really don't like any of the Decepticons he had freed. Starscream as a robot looks way too chunky, clunky, and clumsy. As a jet, he looks fine. As their vehicle form, they look fine. And, as a robot, they just look. It's like he was trying to make fun of the franchise. At least that's what I got out of it. Because if you look at the way they were and the way they progressed up until the Beast War era, yeah, don't get me started on that. I know. I got the other cat, and I'm probably gonna get Cheetor because he was the original mold. And that gives me, I think, all the cats. So I can have a Pride up there. And I got some of the Insecticons because they're Insecticons, and Her Majesty needs a hive. And I don't want a hive of just one type. And that's my choice. But, so yeah, the only other ones I might get is Mirage, Optimus, maybe Bumblebee, and the Insecticon. But, so since you know that Sqweeks was in the beginning of the movie, he was hanging out with the little girl, He helped the Autobot. He helped patch up some of the Autobots. Oh, and I'm going to get the mini Dinobots from them too. But I want them from Dr. Wu or a third party. I don't want just a chunk of plastic shaped like a Dinobot. It's fine for a gun. It's not good for something that's supposed to move. So, but that's Sqweeks, you know. So, come on over. I'll show you his articulation, transformation, the options that he comes with, and yeah. So, come on over. Let's get you down this way. Alrighty. Now, here's his little repair bay. And the microbots can fit in here beautifully. The mini-bots, or most of the mini-bots. Some of the mini-bots like Ironhide and, Brawn. Brawn's a little big to be putting up in here. Huffer. You know. But some of the mini-bots will fit in here. Now, like I said, he does come with his other original arm, if you want to display him that way. So, just squeezes in there. Now you can leave them in there when he's transformed, but these kind of bend this way. I don't want to leave them bent, so I put them back in the toolbox. Working toolbox. I love that. I love that. You can do that, or you can leave it wide open. These are supposed to be lights, I believe, for when you're working. This arm is completely articulated. This way, it's on a swivel. Ooh, that's the first time that happened. Let's put that back on there. Okay. This arm is on a swivel. This is on a swivel. This is on a hinge. The only ball joint is this, and this is made out of the same soft plastic that the hands are. But for effect, this, I don't even know what this is, but it moves. But for effect, it's beautiful. And you can twist it so anything that's visible is just the claw, or, you know, and you can put it up this way. Like I said, toolbox opens and closes. And this all folds up. Okay, let's try that again. Without falling apart this time. Alright, so this goes down, this goes here, and this folds up under. Then this side goes in. I'm going to have to add nail polish to that, apparently. And then this closes. And then close that completely. And then that closes. And spread that a little bit because there's a peg here, hole. You know what to do with pegs and holes. Okay. Then this lid closes. And there's a little trailer hitch. And it rolls. Now, you can take the gun, you can put it here. You can put it here. You can put it here. You can also leave the whole thing open and just throw it in there. And use that as a missile pod. Because whether he's in a robot mode or a Vespa, that's right, you heard me, Sqweeks transforms into a Vespa. He can pull it behind him. And in this mode, you can even take the kickstand and pick it up. And that's robot mode. It is awfully tight, I'll tell you that. There we go. This little knob does not need nail polish, I'll tell you that. There's also this thing I can do where oh wait, that's in Vespa mode. Okay. So, his articulation. Side to side, up and down. This can move up and down. These can even pop up like that, but I think that's more due to transformation than anything else. Arms have one heck of a bicep rotation. Bend here and complete swivel because these come off. His belly extends because it's supposed to be that way. Both wheels roll and go here and here. They also turn, but then again, that is due to transformation. And yeah, that's his articulation, and that's the trailer's articulation. Now, you can pop this off, and you can just pop this on. Boom. Now he has an arm of murder death. One big gun arm. Or you can have the other arm on him, or tear that all apart, pick that up, pull that out, so I can put both hands in there. Alright, first thing you do is pull his head up so you release that peg from that hole. Once you do that, this whole thing will unaccordion. Now, mine when I first got him was very stiff, and I thought I was going to break it. But I did not, so yay me. Then you take the blue part and separate it from the lenses. You turn this completely on its head and bury it in here. Once you do that, you can close it. Take the steering wheel, flip it around. close this part, take the wheels, pull them in, turn them, nest this wheel in between the blue and the transparent, making sure this peg goes into that hole. There we go. Then you take this, turn it completely around, and then click that into place. Then there's a little notch here, and a little hole here. Bam, you do that. You take these arms, you put them down there. Now, if you want to stand them alone, put the kickstand up. If not, you pop out the trailer hitch and there you go. That's Sqweeks. So, my final thoughts about Sqweeks. I love him. He's so adorable. I don't care if it's in Vespa mode or robot mode. He's just so flippin' cute. And you can also, at this point, put him in a battle mode by plugging the gun arm in. There are so many barrels, sometimes I lose the peg. Da, 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 battle Sqweeks. So, yeah, my final thoughts about Sqweeks. He is so awesome. So awesome. Glad I got him. I am going to be getting a couple more Bayverse. I don't think Rise of the Beast was Bayverse, so the Mirage and Noah doesn't. Noah. I think Noah is his name. So Mirage and Noah don't count. I do want the trailer from Bayverse, so I might just look for that on eBay and get the Earthrise, or not the Earthrise, the Rise of the Beast Optimus. Because, yeah. But either way, the only other Bayverse I'm going to be getting is the Insecticon, Optimus, and Megatron. For now. Maybe I might get more later, like the rest of the Dinobots. But I don't know. That being said, I want to thank you for stopping by. I want to thank you for spending time with me. Sqweeks says thank you, but he's busy fixing stuff. He's a workaholic. He's a lot like Ratchet. But that's okay. He's adorable, so he can be a butthead. But, I put him over here, and I'm going to put Optimus over here when I get him, and the rest of the Autobots are going to go in there. Along with their peoples. Because I'm getting a lot of peoples. That's why I'm getting the Bayverse Bumblebee. Because I want Sam, and I want Carly, and I want a few of the others. So, and Michaela. I want Michaela. I want Sqweeks' friend, whatever her name is. I don't want Mark Warburton. I'm good with having Mark Warburton. I still remember him when he was Marky Mark from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Or whatever. I want to thank you for your love, support. When Aunt Jen was, in the hospital. I want to thank you for your prayers and your emails. And I want you to always remember 3 things. 1, Transformers are cool. 2, Grimlock is awesome. And 3, Uncle Bobby loves you. Okay. Later.